Hello, so with MAWA fam. So if you're here to learn how to make this beautiful bubu, where the front side has this ruches in front with beautiful buttons and has a cinch on the waistline, and as well as the back has a cinch if you want it, which is optional. So if you're here to learn this, then you're in the right place. Stay till the very end. So first, I used a 3 yards fabric that has a length of 60 inches. So in this case, I folded it this way in the longer length and folded it 4 folds, as you can see here. So there's back and front. Very simple bubu. So the length of it is 66 inches. So the full length of the gown is meant to be 60 inches. I added 6 inches so that I would be able to accommodate the ruches. Now for the shoulder, I would use 27 inches. I want it to stop on the arm like this. If you want it longer, you can take a longer length. So after cutting it out, this is what we have. For the neck depth, we're coming down by 3 inches. So I'm going to mark the 3 inches we're coming down by. So we'll get back to all about the neck width and neck depth. First and foremost, we'd come down by 1 inch on the rim because I want that slant that comes on the shoulder side. So I'm going to put that slant all the way to the neck point like this. So I draw out the slant, and the neck width, as you can see here, is 4 inches. I used 4 inches and eventually I added it and made it 5 inches because I wanted it to be wide enough to fit my head. So you should know the measurement of the head. Then link up the 4 inches or 5 inches. I linked them up using my curve ruler like this. Then I'll come down for the back. This for the front part. Came down for the back by 1 inch. After coming down by 1 inch, mark it. I'll use my curve ruler and link it up to the side, which is by 5 inches to the 1 inch. And here we have our back. And this is the view up close. So I'm going to cut it out. See it? 3 inches and 1 inch for the front and the back. Then I would cut it out. I cut out the slant as well. So have it at the back of your mind that you're going to sew by ½ an inch. So ensure you leave ½ an inch allowance for sewing at the top. Now, for measuring from the shoulder to our under bust, our shoulder to under bust is 14 inches, but in this case, I'm going to measure 16 inches because the belt is going to be as wide, more than 2 inches. So 1 inch at the top part and 1 inch at the bottom part. So it's going to make the waistline cinch beautifully. So now see the measurement to the point where the belt is going to be. It is 8 inches. You can either use 8 inches or 7 inches, but in this case, I used 7 inches for a slimmer waistline. But if it's a wider waistline, you know you'd have to use 8 inches or wider. So I've marked where the belt is going to be. Now for the side, the sleeve opening. So I measured how wide I want the sleeve to be on my arm. So I want it to be 12 inches. So here it is how it looks. Even if it's not in full view, you can see where it stopped, 12 inches. So I'm going to mark 7 inches for the sleeve width, how wide the sleeve is going to be. So I'll mark it. Let me bring the camera in view to where I've marked so that you can see it. Here it is. So after coming down by 7 inches, I'll come in by 4 inches like this. So I'll link the 2 lines together and draw this 4 inches line all the way to the bottom part like this. So don't forget to like and subscribe. It will help the channel grow, and it will also encourage me to keep making more videos, as well as bring many people to come to learn. So we'll bring our curve ruler. You can either make it oval like this, or you can make it go in like this. I prefer the slimmer look, so I chose this part. So I'll do this all the way to the bottom part, link it up like this. So if you want to know specifically how to do this, maybe 3 inches out from the corner like this, or just use your curve ruler and use it roughly, and you can be able to get exactly what I've just done here. So this is how it looks after cutting it out, and we have to go to our neckline like we've done before. So first and foremost, you remember the belt, right? Where we marked for our belt by 16 inches. And here is the point where we're going to get our ruches. So first and foremost, from that under bust now, 14 inches, I came out by 3 inches like this. I went in by 3 inches and then came all the way down by 8 inches. So take note of this. I just marked it by 8 inches, but we're going to do longer than that. It's going to be all the way to 30 inches, but the ruches is going to be by 8 inches. So just take note. We're going to do this at the very end. So I'll just mark it so that you'd know where we're going to get the ruches done. So stay to the very end to see what I mean by the ruches and how we're going to do it. So now I'll fold in the neckline for the back so that I won't cut the back by mistake, and then cut out the front part like this, since it's all on fold. So after cutting it out, we have our front and our back, and I'm going to use a bias and fold the neckline in I'm going to also weave the edges because this does not have a lining. If not, it will be too heavy or big. So it's going to be as is. So all I have to do now is use, this is what they call a bias, and it's by 1/2 an inch and folded with 1/4 of an inch on both sides like this. So I'm going to sew it down by 1/2 inch like this and fold it over. So on the right side, I'll place it so and turn it around and then lock it. So I'll show you how it looks at the end of it. So remember the fabric we cut at the side, right? We're going to use that fabric and make a belt. So I'm going to measure all the way to 27 inches, and that's for the belt. And after measuring the 27 inches, we'll just place it like this on fold and I'll cut it out. So you can see this, you'd see that there are 4 layers here, and then I'll measure the width of it. The width of it is 3 inches, 3.5. So when I sew it out, it will be left with 2.5 inches or thereabout after sewing the 2 edges. So I'll come back to the belt and you'd see it. So here is the neckline after the bias has been sewn on it. See how neat it looks and beautiful. And the edges have been weaved as well. So I'll bring the front part, and this is how the front part looks. So I'll place the front part against the back part, and you can sew the shoulders together all around like this. Now, see the sleeve part, I've already folded it, and can you see? Neatly sewn and beautiful. So before we sew the side, ensure that you do the front ruches. So now let's get back to the front ruches. Remember, I marked the place where the ruches is going to be. So I'll come back, size the belt. Remember the belt as well. So I marked the belt on the other side as well. Here's the belt after it has been sewn and turned over. So I'll place it here and sew on it. So I'll just pin it down to show you how it can be sewn. So on this other side, that's one side, and then this other side, left hand side. You remember we came in by, so I'll sew it behind like this, fold it over and sew it on top, locking it in. So it's sewing it twice. So now, here is the length of the ruches I spoke about earlier. You remember we marked 8 inches. So we're going to elongate it to 24 inches, as you can see on the measuring tape like this. So I'll mark where 24 stops, and then we're going to do the ruches all the way to 24 inches like so. So I will get my pin and fold it one by one. So some people would put elastic and sew it here, but it won't give you the defined fold as this would give you in having to fold it this way. So if you want to use elastic here, it's up to you to place the elastic inside and sew it, let it drag up, or you can lock it like this. It doesn't still change the look of the outfit. So what I did is I raised it up like this and ensured that I got to 8 inches in doing all the folds. So I folded it, for example, like by 1 inch or 3/4 inches, and this is how it looks, the outcome of it. Very beautiful. So after sewing it, I got big buttons and placed a blue fabric, plain blue fabric that is darker than the main color, and wrapped the button on it, then sewed it on the parts that we already ruched. So now for the back part, we're going to go in by 7 inches. So this is necessary so that the back would be able to drag the front in such a way that it doesn't look baggy or too loaded at the bottom part. So remember that 6 inches was the excess we added of the material. So we're going to cut that 6 inches out, and then this length is going to be by 30 inches all the way to the top. We'll use a ruler and link it all the way to the 30 inches at the top in this slant form, like so. So we'll cut out the excess of 6 inches, like I said, all the way to the end, so that the back is not too long, because the front was added the extra 6 inches because of that ruches, which is already taken care of. Then for the side and the top part, that slant, we're going to cut it all the way down like this. Very easy and straight to the point. So this gave me the perfect and beautiful fit that is desired. So after weaving all the edges, I joined all of them together. Now see the parts where it's going to be peculiar. Remember the front is longer. So now on that part where there are ruches in the midpoint, ensure that you do little, but this time not too chunky on the side, little gathers on the side for the front part, so that the length will be able to blend with the back part. Remember the back part is shorter by 6 inches. So we're going to do that ruches or the gathers on the side, just little gathers on the side, and you'd see how it turns out when we do these gathers on both sides and link it up and join it to the back part. So here you can see after all the adjustments, you can see that the both parts are now matched on the same level. So then we'll do the same thing on the other side as well. Do little gathers on the side exactly at that point where there's ruches, and ensure that they are the same length, and voila, we can join all these sides together. So now remember I told you I put a cinch at the back, so I'm going to use the excess fabric we have and make extra belts. Each starts at exactly the 16 inches at the back, so the length is going to still be the same thing with the front part. See how the belt has been attached, see how the ruches looks after sewing it together and placing all neatly. So you can see how neatly it is. And now the back part, I just marked the parts at the back where we're going to put the belt, which is 16 inches, and then between the belts we have 15 inches like so. So these are just the measurements I've taken. 15 inches in between, that's the midpoint, and I would mark where the belt is, attach the belt, and then you see the outcome, and the outcome is marvelous. So thank you so much for watching till the very end, and my name remains MAWA. So join me on the sewing journey. Tell me what you'd want to learn, and I'm out to ensure that you become the best of who you'd want to be. So take care of yourself. Bye.